All right, so today we have this 1950 Santa. He actually was the Coca-Cola Rushton Santa, but he's missing his Coke bottle. I gotta find a new Coke bottle for him, but we are going to restore him. He's kind of dirty, but they're pretty easy to clean, so I'm going to show you how. I actually used to work at a costume shop, and my job was to clean all of the mascot costumes. So that's kind of where my expertise comes from. I used to clean like the bunny suits after they would come back all gross, but this is what I used to do. So first we're going to clean the plastic, the rubber face, and for that we're going to use some Dawn dish soap, lukewarm water, toothbrush, microfiber towel, and some paper towel. We're going to make just a slightly soapy solution. We don't want too much soap or else it's going to be hard to get it back off of this guy. So a little goes a long way. And then we're just going to gently kind of give him a nice facial massage. And then take your microfiber towel. I love these. This is the real magic, is getting this in there. And that worked really well. Look how white his hair and beard are now. So now we're going to work on these grubby hands. While I have the Dawn out, we're going to polish his shiny shoes and get all the dust off of them. And his belt. Noticing that he has a ripped seam here, and I don't actually think I'm going to be able to re-sew that because it's all busted, and this is kind of like a vintage plastic that's just, you know, going to fall apart. So I think I'm going to just leave it because it's not going to get any worse because this doesn't normally move much. But I would glue it if I really wanted to, but I think we're just going to leave it. So now we're going to assess what to do with his soft bits. And his beard's a little on the dirty side, though honestly not that bad. The red on him is actually really nice, but he does have some darkening on his fluffy fur part, and he's got a few stains. He's got a stain right there. His pom-pom on top is stained. Around here is kind of grimy. So for the soft bits, we're going to use Woolite. I really like Woolite. When I used it at the costume shop to do all those fluffy bunny costumes, it doesn't damage the fluff of the fur. You can fluff it back up and he's basically good as new. So that's what we're going to do. And again, we want to use just the smallest drop. Honestly, that might have been too much. Because again, we're not going to be able to really rinse him, so less is more. And we're going to go right for that stain first. If you're worried about the stain kind of staining the surrounding area, you can put a paper towel underneath it while you work. Another tip is that you kind of want to comb it in one direction. Don't go like this because then that'll mat it up. And that's not what we want. So you're kind of combing it through. Or, you know, if you change direction, make sure you do it in a slow motion so that, you know, all the hairs are green to go with you. Also, this stain is not moving. All right, we're going to leave this one and see if just letting it sit with some water on it will kind of help soften it. But I think that one might not come out. So we're going to go all the way around. Like I said, I'm just going to basically wet my toothbrush with the solution and then just kind of comb it through the entire fluff. His puff is really gross, so we're just going to stick it fully in because I can actually rinse that part of him. And we'll see what we can do. So this is obviously like a case-by-case basis, but if you're doing this and, you know, you're lightly kind of scrubbing at his fur and you have fur coming off, which I don't, stop, because he might be too old to actually do any of this too, but he's actually reacting pretty good to this. So when you got him looking all like this, don't panic. Just let him dry and everything will fluff back up. So now we're going to work on the red. Now he's pretty good, so really all we're going to be doing is undusting him, so hold on a sec. Taking the same solution, we're just going to put some on this rag and we're just going to lightly just kind of go over his whole body. All right, and we're going to leave him to dry. So unfortunately, whatever this is not coming out. I think he might just be stained like this. So now that he's dried, now take a dry brush and we're just going to start fluffing them up.